Travelling to Kenya, participation in World Moot, was one of the best experiences of my life. The people we met, the places we saw, the changes we made, just the whole experience was absolutely phenomenal. The 13th World Scout Moot in July-August this year saw thousands of 18 to 26-year-old Rover Scouts travel to Kenya. The unique thing about going to a world event is that you meet people from countries on the other side of the world. You speak a different language and come from a different culture, but immediately you have something in common through scouting. 2 weeks were spent in Africa discovering Kenya and discovering ourselves. It was an adventure, it was an eye-opener, and an opportunity to make a difference in the actual lives of those living in poverty. I'm not going to lie, it was also a massive party. One thing everyone agreed on was the huge benefit for young adults in attending a world event such as the Moot.
It gives people an opportunity to meet with young people from around the world, different cultures, different languages, different experiences, and it gives, in the current global society, I think young people need to have input and association with people from other cultures.
So you've come overseas to check out the Swedish contingent team?
That's all I've come for.
My name is Anna-Karin and I'm from Sweden.
And I'm Louise and I'm also from Sweden.
I'm Eric and I'm from Sweden.
My name's Richard Wood and I'm from the UK contingent.
Taiwan!
I'm Vanessa and I'm from Austria.
I'm from Scotland and I've never been to Africa, but I've now met so many Africans and Australians and people from all over the world.
It's pretty cool to meet so many different people from all around the world, and we've already convinced a whole bunch of people to come to Australia, so that's kind of cool. And just getting to see how other people do things and possibly being able to take some of their ideas back home with us to implement back at home.
I think the real benefits are a growing appreciation of culture and respect for other races. We get to spend time living with people from different nationalities, different continents who have different beliefs, different attitudes, different approaches to life, and spending such a long period of time in such a close-knit community with these people really opens your eyes up and helps you become more appreciative of the world that you live in.
The Moot aims at creating a future generation who will strive to build a world free of diseases like AIDS and malaria. It aims at building leaders who are ready and willing to offer time, money and resources in order to protect the natural environment, foster community development and establish peace and unity amongst mankind. While Rovers have had a rich experience interacting with local communities, forging international friendships, learning new skills and volunteering for local schools and for the environment, many have expressed concerns that the standard of food, sanitation and organisation is not adequate for an international event of such a magnitude.
Food organisation and sanitation have been pretty awful. Sanitation hasn't been very well maintained or supported by the Moot. And food was very, very ordinary for the first few days, but it did improve. And now the food quality that we're getting is pretty good, pretty reasonable.
Food and sanitation, I think, is and what we're experiencing is very African here, and that's part of the experience in which the young people are getting. I would agree that some people are saying that it's probably not quite what they were expecting, but I think that's all about management of expectations for them, and perhaps they were coming with a higher expectation and perhaps a Western-style expectation of the facilities being provided.
It's a campsite in Africa. You have to accept that it's not going to have Western ideals. So the fact that we have showers and we have toilets is actually pretty cool.
There's a tap in the shower and the shower doesn't work but the tap does.
Sanitation is getting better, the toilets are okay, the showers are still cold which isn't so bad, the showers now have water which is good. Security's alright if they're sober. It's Africa.
I think a lot could be improved. I think the sanitation is reasonable for a third world country, but I guess it's different to what we in the Western world have come to understand. I think the hygiene hasn't been too bad, but there's a lot of rubbish lying around that doesn't get cleaned up till a bit later. So I think there are certainly a lot of improvements that could be made, but it's not too bad.
While there were definitely areas for improvement from an organisational perspective, the general consensus was that the 1,500 Rover Scouts in attendance would definitely do it all over again.
It's been great, it's been a lot of fun, a lot of nice people and having a good time.
Megan Donoghue, MDM Productions.